Well, if you don't have any religions or beliefs, then most likely you don't have any morals. So I think I'd be a pretty terrible person. Probably somebody who doesn't consider the lives of others.
My answer to question number one is I am an empathist, meaning that I believe that religion is a form of control simply because it teaches you certain ways to be and certain morals to have. I don't think you need religion to teach you right from wrong. I think you lack empathy. Without religion, you are an empathist.
Still human, just without beliefs, I guess. Not sure how to answer.
I believe it would still make me me. At least I believe it would. I try not to let religion drive me personally and change my personal qualities.
Okay. If you were to take away someone else's religion or beliefs, what does that make them?
I think it depends on how this person and their religion, how it affects them. Example, some people use religion as kind of like counseling, or they use it as a coping method. So it really depends on this person and how connected they are. So if they were super connected to the religion, it would leave them with what they used to be.
Keep going.
Okay.
Can you further that for me?
Yeah. So someone who is a drug addict or someone who is in prison.
I'm still me. I mean, yes, I get that religion and beliefs help develop who you are as a person. But, I mean, and when it comes down to it, I am who I am. My decisions have made me who I am. So if you take my beliefs from me, I'm still going to act the way I'm going to act. So that I just end up being me.
Beliefs, that would make me inhuman. Because to me, one of the things that grounds all human beings are their beliefs. Okay. Or even their lack thereof. But for me, it's just the most human part of me, what I believe.
Or nor my beliefs. If you take on my beliefs, I would be a person without purpose. Because in everything that we do in everyday life, we believe that it's going to empower us or get us to a certain point in life. So if you take away those beliefs, I'm just a person in the wind, or a piece of wood on a river without a destination, or I'm just someone who just go day to day with no purpose, or I'm one of those people who live in a society where I'm gonna just go with the flow type person, because at that point I don't really believe that anything is possible or anything is real. I go to work every day with the belief of I'm going to make a better life for me and you, so with that being said, if you took away that and I no longer believe that, I'm just here because I'm just here. And then my second answer to that question would be a person who would be only about self-preservation. And what I mean by that sounds weird, but in my opinion, if you take away my beliefs or you took away something like that, first of all, you're a terrible person for that. Like you're real messed up for that. Let's just get that out the way. Second of all is I will have to say, because of the simple fact that as humans, we live and we survive and we exist on a day-to-day with a certain level of beliefs. If you took away, by me being selfish, what said that part out? I had it in my head, then it's gone. Anyway, back to what I was saying. If you took away my religion, I will be a person without purpose, or a person without meaning, because whether you want to admit it or not, we all believe in something, whether it's energy, whether it's, believing in crystals or believing in power of dirt or whatever. If you couldn't exist without believing there's something out there helping you. If we lived on this earth solely on the mindset of the fact that we're just here alone, we would, just crumble up and just be like, like just nothing. So I don't think it's possible for somebody to sit here and be on this earth without a higher power being there, or even the people that believe in, that worship the devil. They believe that he's going to be the person that brings them up. Whoever you believe in, we have to believe in something.
I'm still me. I mean, yes, I get that religion and beliefs help develop who you are as a person, but I mean, and when it comes down to it, I am who I am. My decisions have made me who I am. So if you take my beliefs from me, I'm still going to act the way I'm going to act. So that I just end up being me.
I don't associate with religion. I have a personal relationship with God. So taking religion away from me wouldn't have any effect on my personal relationship with God. I am still who I would be with God. But if you take God away from me, I wouldn't have any identity, because I identify myself as being a child of God and a person that God created in his own image. So I would not exist if you were to take God away from me.
First off, I'm a shitty person. Like, you shouldn't be taking other people's beliefs away from someone just because they might be different from you or something you don't believe in. But who they are to me, I mean, I get this one's hard to answer because I would never do that to someone. But yeah, I guess they would just be another person. I guess that's just what it would be, that you'd be another human on the planet.
If I didn't have any religions or beliefs, then I probably wouldn't have any motivation or anything to push myself or anything to make myself better. I would just be living a life that had no point.
I feel like morally I'd be probably different, because my beliefs are in God. So, the Bible tells you want to act like you want to be treated. So I feel like I'd probably I'd be an asshole, honestly. I probably wouldn't be the same person that I am.
Well, it depends on what the person believes. If the person actually identifies with a religion, then they would probably associate their identity with that religion. But this is just an opinion. If the person is like me, has a personal relationship with God, then they probably would lose their identity as well. But people who associate themselves with religion, right, and live under the standards, rules, or policies of that religion. So if you take that away from them, they probably would act and live totally different than the way they do currently.
They are oppressed, is what they are. I'm oppressing someone. I'm oppressing their right to believe so that they can express their humanity, which goes against everything I believe in. I can't just, think about me as a person who is more of a humanist than a religious person. To take away someone's religion is taking away what makes them partly human. And it would be inhumane and it would be oppressive. And as a Black person, we know about that, don't we?
We do.
So, no. Just
No.
doing that. Whether I believe with the religion or not. I mean, most religions, 90% of them I don't have any use for, but that's not the point, because that's part of being human, and everybody has that need, that innate right to be able to express themselves that way.
Right.
The connection to the universe, so to speak.
Take that question as to say that it just disappeared off the map, just was gone, then they are lost.
I agree with that, but depending on the situation, they might also be angry or hurt.
I was under the assumption they disappeared, meaning that they didn't even know that they were there. Like, just a part of them just was gone. all history of it, all
I'm
that.
taking it as like you force them to be unable to practice, but they like knew, like they had it, and then they're conscious of the fact that they've lost it.
Hey, but it's beliefs. How can you lose a belief and know that you lost a belief?
I think it depends on how this person and their religion, how it affects them. Example, some people use religion as kind of like counseling, or they use it as a coping method. So it really depends on this person and how connected they are. So if they were super connected to the religion, it would leave them with what they used to be. So someone who is a drug addict or someone who is in prison, a lot of the time they will turn to religion. And if you take that away, it takes, in a sense, what they use, their coping method for progress, for something to turn to, it takes them away and leaves that past self that they used to be.
First of all, just to go into that detail and to even think about the mindset of me having to go in someone else's brain and take away their beliefs, it causes me terrible amount of anxiety, because to take that away from somebody, it takes an amount of a certain mindset that I don't have. So to answer this, so to give you a heads up, I'm answering this question based off non-emotion and the emotion that's flowing within me at this point in time, which is anxiety. If I took that away from them, that would make them again a weak person without purpose. If it's that easy for somebody to come up and say, take away your beliefs, you must not believe in them. You must not believe in them in the first place, because it's impossible to take something from somebody if you truly have it.
I think that's a question that's up to them. I can't define what another person is.
I've never really looked at myself in that kind of way before. I've never really thought about that question. Kind of stripping your religion and your beliefs away kind of makes you look at yourself as a individual, as opposed to connecting yourself with any type of religion or beliefs. So it kind of gives you a real insight into what kind of person that you are, as opposed to what kind of person you are with everything attached to you.
Yeah. It teaches me that for me, basically, that my beliefs don't control my life. And it happily makes me feel like I'm not a bad person, because I'm not going to take someone else's beliefs from them. But, I guess I could see it teaching someone, eye-opening, that you might live your life solely by your religion. And that might be dictating their life, when there's plenty of opportunity to love your faith and believe in it, but still be able to be your own individual at the same time.
Basically, it teaches me that the two questions that you asked me, that in my perspective, that we're all capable of doing something. It teaches me that if you want something, you gotta hold on to it, because anybody can come up to you and attempt to take it. A person like me, you're gonna have a hard time trying to take something that I truly believe in. So basically, to hold on to what you truly believe in, and if you believe in it, stick to it. Believe in yourself enough that you're telling yourself the truth. Don't tell yourself a lie and believe the lie, because then you're trapping yourself within your own self. Be yourself and allow yourself to grow and evolve as a person, and don't tell your things that you know in your own heart that you don't believe in. Trust in yourself. That way somebody else can trust within you. If you trust in yourself strong enough, nobody will even approach you with the mindset that I'm going to take this from you. So like I said, if I learned something from this, hold on to what you believe in. Believe in something. If you do not believe in nothing, then you're nothing. You're a piece of wood, and we're created with a purpose. We're not on this earth for shits and giggles. We're not on this earth to just put penises and vaginas and call it a day. We're on this earth for a purpose. So find out what your purpose is and stick to it. Stop and be okay with change. You're going to change. Your mind's going. You're going to evolve as a person. As a person, allow yourself to evolve, because allowing yourself to evolve is what is sticking to the mindset of, I believe if I grow and I leave this behind and I go and into this will make it better. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not want to do something, or to want to do something because you believe in something. And any sentence that you ask somebody a question is, well, why did you do this? Well, I believe. That word believe comes in more often in any. So believe into who you are, be true to yourself, love who you are, and hold on and stand your ground in this world, because people will come to you and try their hardest and their damnedest. But if you believe in yourself the way you should and the way I know people can, we will be one of the most successful species on this earth. That's it.
Awesome.
Taking away religion from somebody's basically stealing. Like, it doesn't matter if they are super connected to it or not. It's still something that is theirs, and you shouldn't take that away from people.
What if someone took it from you? What does that teach you?
People are mean. It teaches me that, like, even though it's yours, people can still take it. People in power can still take what they want.
It teaches us to learn others. I believe that there will still be a higher power, because there has to be an explanation of how we started on Earth. People just didn't all of a sudden appear out of nowhere. This subject could go as deep as the mind takes us. This will leave you stuck inside your own head, because there are so many depths as to spirituality, a higher power. Where do we go? Life after death. No one can really answer that until they die. So we really don't know where we go until then. But I do believe there's a heaven, there's an earth. I believe there's a God. I believe he created all of us. I don't believe in evolution. I don't believe that we came from frogs or amphibians or animals. I do believe, however, that this will leave you stuck inside your own head and have you asking the question, how often do you think about the way that you think?
That religion isn't the end-all be-all in the world. It's important, but it's not necessarily the most important.
This actually teaches me that people's perception of religion are different, and that everybody identifies with something different. They identify themselves as either a part of something or separate from something. If they're a part of something, they're going to function in a way that represents or exemplifies that something's rules and ways. If they separate themselves from that, they identify as an individual, and they more than likely they make up their own rules to live by.
We have to define ourselves. I think, I don't know if that particularly taught me that, but someone else cannot define who you are for you, aside from religion or belief.